Anyway, what's up with it, y'all? It's another episode of Trill Pill Podcast. You know what I'm saying? You can be on YouTube. I'm trying to, it's a little bit of a slow process trying to transfer everything from all audio sites. So if you have time between time, go subscribe, and go follow the Trill Pill Podcast on Spotify, Radio Public, Anchor, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and all shit like that. Wherever you can find me, if you go to Google and type in Trill Pill, wherever you find me, go like it and subscribe it. Go run me up. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. A nigga is up to 30 subscribers in this house. So, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Somebody like it, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this shit. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not gonna lie, because being in front of the camera kind of sort of makes me uncomfortable. I haven't really got used to it yet. I'm not really tripping about the slow grind of YouTube. That's a part of it. I ain't nobody to the world. You know what I'm saying? At least not yet. So me getting on here and expecting how much shit to pop off, plus me opening YouTube has also made me realize that I can make Trill Pill more fluid. You know what I'm saying? Meaning I don't have to stay on one subject. It can kind of branch out and be a plethora of shit. So I'm still getting in the midst of that. It's certain shit that I won't get into. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not my lane. You know what I'm saying? But I do have to branch out a little bit, especially when I get on YouTube, because it's all about making content and creating better content. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, me just sitting here talking, you know what I'm saying, it's cool. I mean, I'm handsome motherfucker, so call it narcissistic if you want, but I never get tired of looking at myself. You know what I'm talking about? Nick's handsome and hoe, but you know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's certain shit that I can just be doing other than talking. You know what I'm saying? Until that kind of gets picked up, you kind of got to go through the ugly phase. You know what I'm saying? It's like when niggas be having them dreads, and niggas be having them look. You know what I'm talking about? Then they got to go through the ugly phase. You know what I'm saying? They got to wear a lot of do-rags, a lot of hats, a lot of bandanas and shit like that until he get his shit right. You know what I'm saying? So, that being said, real quick, go ahead and like and subscribe, do all that shit. All right. Now, surviving reality. You know what I'm saying? Now, as a person grows and begins to piece together, you know what I'm saying, the different aspects of life. Different aspects of life. Or just different aspects of their identity. You know what I'm saying? The idea of how they see themselves is formed through their experiences. So the most significant factors that may impact a person's life is that their culture, their religion. You know what I'm saying? The customs and all type of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I kind of combine a little bit of everything in it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that, first of all, I'm an unfinished product. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I had shit figured all the way the fuck out, and then, you know what I'm saying, bullshit happened. Now I have to realign, or maybe I don't have it all figured out. Maybe I got too complacent with where I was in life, and maybe, you know what I'm saying, the reason why all this shit is happening, whether, I talk about it all the time, so it ain't no fucking big deal to me, but all that shit has happened, even throughout my lifespan. Maybe that's made to push me further, because, you know what I'm saying, I got somewhere to go with whatever the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even want to do no podcast, no YouTube, no shit like this, because, I'm not really you know what I'm saying, just popping ass person, man. I'm a pretty boring guy. I don't do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I stay at the house. I, go, go make my ends. You know what I'm saying? Come back to the crib and I chill. You know what I'm saying? But the things that I've been through and some of my perspectives, perspectives, perspectives of them. Sometimes people find them very interesting. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, people like I watch shit on YouTube sometimes. Be like, bro, people cannot find this shit interesting. Then I realize, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I kind of find it interesting because I'm watching this shit. So to a certain extent, I see it, but I try my best to stay away from all the low level nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, doing a little trolling and, you know what I'm saying, a little trolling or talking about, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But um, it's a time and place for everything. You know what I'm saying? It's time to have fun. It's time to do this. It's time to do whatever else. So, but all that has kind of shaped me into who I am currently. You know what I'm saying? So one of the most significant factors is that um, impact my survival, my reality is the ability to get up and maintain. You know what I'm saying? The ability to get up and keep going. And every once in a while, I get down and I feel like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to get, you know what I'm saying? Ready to give up. What's the end game and all this? Like I said, I talk to my brother all the time. It's like, God damn, man, damn, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, like a nigga just be frustrated, but it just be like, man, I try so hard to do the best that I can, and you have to be a resilient person um, to keep giving the best that you can, and then it not being enough for a situation or a person or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you doing, like you giving it your best. You know what I'm saying? You might be, fucking up, but it's nobody human. You know what I'm saying? But your best is not enough for somebody. Like that's a lot for some people to really fathom over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people are really kind of shading away from relationships and shit like that and all that because nobody wants to be told, you know what I'm saying, that your best is not enough. And that's one thing if you ain't giving your best, you don't give a fuck. You don't care. But it's one thing to be like, damn, somebody's telling you like your best is not enough, and it's like, first of all, you know what I'm saying, the audacity, you know what I'm saying. Second of all, you just gotta accept it because that's it's whatever. But that's going on through life, not just relationships, but whether you got a career or a job or you know what I'm saying especially as kids, we're talking about a lot as kids, and nobody really thinks about that aspect of it. At least I haven't heard it. You know what I'm saying? There's probably somebody, I know niggas be saying, "Ain't nobody ever thought about this shit." Nigga, somebody thought about this shit. Somebody did. You know. But anyway, uh, but those type of thoughts go through my head. And I'm a real vivid dreamer. I'm a real vivid thinker. So sometimes I have to kind of navigate my thoughts carefully, or I can end up triggered. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, I have a thing with, where I just I don't know, like mentally, I can put myself in that situation. If it's what I'm saying, whatever I thought about in the past, whatever I did in the past, I can put myself there in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like feeling those emotions and all that shit. That's some weird shit. But it's some shit that my mama used to always tell me that she had. You know what I'm saying? And my brother is the same way. We just get to a point where we, what I'm saying, and she, even my dad, you know what I'm saying? Like I grew up around thinkers. You know what I'm saying? My dad is the ultimate thinker, in my opinion, and so was his mother. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother, she was the ultimate thinker. Like she thought about everything and how it's going, break down, and what I'm saying. But you have to give yourself of enough grace to say, you know what, I made some mistakes, but I'm still here, and at least I still have the opportunity to correct my mistakes, being accountable in a nutshell. So one of the most important elements of personal growth and the journey to find oneself, in my opinion, is cultural identity. Where are you from? You know what I'm saying? I grew up in, you know what I'm saying, in Dallas. I grew up in South Dallas, and but in Dallas general, I don't know how it is everywhere else, probably the same way, but I know for a fact in Dallas, like where you from, like your lineage, your people, like where you went to school at, like all that shit is a part of you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, man, it's so important. Like I'll be damned if I go out here and try to pretend like I'm something that I'm not. That's one thing I never did. You know what I'm saying? Was pretend that I'm type of, you know, so that I'm a gangster, I'm a thug, I'm a like, nah, like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm a handsome, stocky, husky, you know what I'm saying, stud muffin supreme, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Look corny at times, but you know, some of the bitches like it. It's alright. Look, you know what I'm saying? I'll be tripping, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is, man. But I would never like the gangster, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. But and at the same time, I wasn't gonna let a nigga like tell me what was cool and what was not. I did what the fuck I wanted to do. I wasn't gonna follow him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the things that I hang my hat on even until this day because I see a bunch of grown ass men. I'm 30 years old and I see a bunch of well, I'm 31 now. Big 3-1, big Reggie Miller. You know what I'm saying? But I see these niggas grown and they followers, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like they can sit here and say and down a bit. Yeah, okay. Yeah. They can sit here and say that they're the biggest whoever. I got this and I'm that. I done did, you know what I'm saying? All type of shit, mop sticks, slide across the floor like John Wick, drop shit, you know what I'm saying? All type of shit like that. I was like, all right, man. But you a follower. Me following another dude that put on his pants the same way as you, that got up and get up and breathe and bleed the same way that you do. Well, why you know what I'm saying? Like, now it's one thing to, of course, it's different. Of course, it's a nuance to it. You know what I'm saying? You can work a job and shit like that. It's somewhere, but I'm talking about as far as just your identity. You don't have one of your own. Your identity, how you see yourself, is how you see someone else. That makes any sense. So that'd be whole niggas survival tactics. Man, what would so and so do? Or you know what I'm saying? Or they cling on to a dude. You know what I'm saying? They cling on to niggas for survival because they have no skills themselves. So they gotta fall in line. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no choice. Now, it's one thing, you know what I'm saying, to understand, you know, if you're doing a little situation of some sort, if one of your partners, if he's excelling, you know what I'm saying, and you see him over there excelling, like, yeah, apparently he got the game plan, he got the hot hand, we're gonna roll with him, because, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna roll with him, but I'm always gonna be doing my shit. But if you try to associate yourself with a group, bro, there's nothing wrong with kind of, you know what I'm saying, but not to leech, not to roach off a nigga, but to just listen. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people have a hard time listening because they take listening as offensive, but it's not offensive. You listening, like you hearing what somebody has to say. That's a quality. That's a common quality, and it should be. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should pretty much do it, but some people don't. Some people just don't know when to shut the fuck up and just listen. You know what I'm saying? I can remember being in high school, being in middle school, whatever, especially like being in high school because it was a few coaches that it was my dream to play for, to be around. You know what I'm saying? That was my dream to like. That was one of my goals. Like, man, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go play for him because I already know, you know what I'm saying? I play for him. I know he gonna bring, you know what I'm saying, whatever out of me, and I accomplished that. You know what I'm saying? My favorite coach, you know what I'm saying, was Coach Ricky Lewis. I was at Lincoln. Man, I had Coach Lewis, had Coach Doss, had Coach Bell, had Coach Garner. Those guys, I can really say that it was a you know what I'm saying, a pleasure to be upon to play for because those were some great coaches. You know what I'm saying? Coach Goodman. You know what I'm saying? Like I man, I really had the ability to play for some great men. You know what I'm saying? Like it was for me, it was way more than just football. Like yeah, it's football shit. You know, of course, it's gonna do what it do, but to be able to take tutelage from real men, you know what I'm saying? From real men, these niggas done had the highs, had the lows, but they find themselves here at a high school with kids. They may have done bigger and better things and at bigger and better places, but for some reason, somehow, they've chosen they chosen to come here and give kids the best they got. And I respected that. I looked at, you know what I'm saying? I respected them as men. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to do, you know what I'm saying? But I follow their tutelage. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent. I mean, I was a young kid playing ball, so I kind of think, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, but just being young. But for the most part, the things that they would tell me um, off of the field were better than things they'll tell me while on the field. I mean, when they told me shit I was on the field was great, but off the field where it really hit. You know what I'm saying? When I talk to my, you know what I'm saying, dad, that's where it really hit because the game just don't stop going just because you stop playing. Like it's still a game. You know what I'm saying? That makes any sense. The game never stops. Like you can check out of reality if you want to. Try your best to. Hopefully you won't, because check yourself up all the way. I mean, you don't kill yourself. That shit ain't player. That's actually a pussy way to go out to a certain extent. Oh, maybe I won't say that, but in my opinion, kind of half and half. It's like, come on, let's deal with it. But I do understand sometimes, like, that may be insensitive, what I just said, but sometimes it's how I feel, but at the same time, as I'm going through my head, maybe I should rescind that a little bit of it. But here's how I look at it, man. I sat there for a large span of my adolescent life watching a woman go through a lot, surgeries and cancers and shit like that, and just bounce back and be resilient, like to fight through all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she definitely had her down moments, most definitely. It was times where, like, my mom was, you know what I'm saying, really down and depressed. You know what I'm saying? But she had her boys to pull from. She had her life to pull from, and she made up in her mind that's all she ever needed. That's all, you know what I'm saying? Hey, she pressed on. So as a kid, I'm watching her go through like, fucking uh nerve. I can't think of that shit, but they had to go basically pinch nerve. They basically had to go up and cut by her spine and go in, you know what I'm saying, then sewed it back up and then had to in the blood clot form, had to go open her back up and go in there. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? She had to learn how to walk again. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that shit right there is like, I don't have no fucking excuse to stop and quit because a bitch done told me, hey, whatever you doing is not enough for me, and this is what happen. Like, I feel my little emotions, but at that, it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? At that point, when she said, you know what I'm saying, it's a wrap. Now I just care about the little ones that I made, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's all it's gotta be. Not worried about, not about to beg no bitch. Not about to beg nobody to fuck with me and do anything. Said that it's like, man, that's what this lady like. That's who made me. Like between her, you know what I'm saying, my father, he had to go through a whole hip replacement. He had to learn how to walk again. So think about that, me seeing that as an adolescent kid and both having to help his parents learn how to walk again and fully function, get back on. You know what I'm saying? And it was times where nobody was there besides me and my brother and my mama, or me, my brother, and my dad. Of course, yeah, everybody else that was around in the distance, but I'm close and personal every fucking day. It was us. Things like that shaped my survival because I know for a fact, like, damn, I don't have I don't have no reason to quit. If I had a fucking mom sit here and quit when I had a mama who done went through whatever, she don't fuck out of here. And that's not even including things that happen, you know. Uh, uh, excuse me, mouth got dry smoking. Put this shit out. Early in life, you know what I'm saying? God damn, we have to bring a nigga hold my body back. Shit, she was feeling like a goddamn prune. But yeah, man. But I can't fucking be sitting here talking about giving up and quitting. You know, I can sit here and cry all I want to. You know what I'm saying? And nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give me a good crying. You know what I'm saying? I kind of wear my emotions on my sleeve, and I don't give a fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? As long as I control my shit, but I ain't just right here just boo hooing. But you know what I'm saying? That's something that my parents never made me to be ashamed of. It was just time and place for everything. And watching my parents and they teaching me like, you gotta you gotta express yourself, man. You can't hold all that shit in. You gonna fucking die. Straight up. You sit and try to hold all the emotions in and try to straight strong, nigga, you gonna fucking die. A slow, quick death. If that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta relax sometimes. You gotta get your shit out. You gotta find your slot, get your shit out. You know what I'm saying? You're at home by yourself. You got time by yourself. Cut off everything and do what you gotta do, or just chill or relax, however you get down to it. But you gotta be able to control your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Um, but those things shaped and molded me, along with how I had to handle certain situations in my life, along with what I've been taught by my parents and my brothers, and you know what I'm saying, my sister and my grandmother and certain people in my life, you know, my coaches, what I've learned from my peers, what I learned from myself. You know what I'm saying? Um, and, and so who I am today was pretty much shaped by the demands of my early survival. Like I said, I wasn't a kid who fought a whole lot. I wasn't confrontational at all. So being in a place where some of the kids, like most of the kids, God damn, I almost glitched out, man. Hold up. If you don't know by now, I stutter a little bit. So whatever. Anyway, I'm down there glitched out. I hung up on the seat. Anyway, but what's going on? The conflicts at home. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they're going through, they don't know. They don't learn. You know what I'm saying? But when we're kids, if we don't have that structure when you're kids, if you don't learn how to control your emotions, it's gonna go left. Or if you have a bad example how to control your emotions, or if how you control um, your emotions was by fighting, or you know what I'm saying, or doing fuck shit. That's what you know what I'm saying. That's what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying. Um, you're not promised good or bad ways to You know what I'm saying? You have to do so. You know what I'm saying? Some parents, they didn't want their kids to go to Pearl City. Some parents, they took their kids from South Dallas, they drove their ass to Oak Cliff, Pleasant Grove every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Or had them stay with they, you know what I'm saying? Because they was like, shit, I don't know how my baby's going to survive. Shit, I didn't have that choice. You know what I'm saying? I was born to Pearl City, you know what I'm saying? And going up to all that shit, when you know what I'm saying, you in elementary school, you hear all the shit, you know what I'm saying? You hear all the myths and all that shit, but those things that happened when I got there, first day of school, got into a fight. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't expecting it, didn't want it, didn't want to fight, but goddamn it, it was time to fight. So I fought, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta defend yourself, you know what I'm saying? And if you defend yourself, one or two times or a few times, niggas for the most part leave you the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? So even with that, a lot of those things shaped my survival. You know what I'm saying? And I never allowed it to stop me. You know, so I just kept going and tried to learn what I learned from it and move on. A lot of the ways how I kind of handle life. You know what I'm saying? As it is right now, I have to handle it. Like, whether, you know what I'm saying, divorce, no divorce, or, shit with my kids, my money, and my career, and my, you know what I'm saying, business, you know what I'm saying, trying to get out of the hamster wheel of having, you know what I'm saying, having a job. So I'm coming home after working 10, 11, 12 hours from 5 o'clock to having it, where the fuck I get off, having to do that, and then come home, you know what I'm saying, boot up again and go put the same amount of energy into my shit, even more energy than I did to somebody else's shit. You know what I'm saying? The job is just to maintain, but what I really have a passion for is what I'm doing on the side. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So I get about 4 hours sleep a day. You know what I'm saying? 4 hours sleep a day. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking about I'm doing content. You know what I'm saying, just recording stuff and thinking about stuff and taking time out to plan instead of just getting on the mic hot. You know what I'm saying? Getting on the mic and just saying some stupid shit. I have to make sure my shit is well thought out and planned and sculpted the way that I want it. Because when I put this content out into the world, it's out to the world. I'm not taking it back. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to stand on whatever. I'm willing to be a hypocrite because that's part of life. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that from what's her name? Nikki Giovanni. You know what I'm saying? She was talking about being a hypocrite. Look, I want to grow. You know what I'm saying? If I said some wild shit and I don't feel like that no more, and somebody say, "Hey, this shit was wild," all right, fuck it. It was wild. Why? Because I've grown. You know what I'm saying? I'm grown. I'm not gonna sit and try to, you know what I'm saying, tongue wrestle, people about things that I say, because whatever I say is gonna come out the way that I want it to, majority of the time. And if not, I'm willing to stand up for it. But where I get that from, I got that from my mother and my father. You know what I'm saying? That's what I learned from them. That's how that shit like that shaped and molded me to survive. You know, and you have to try to not forget what shaped you. To kind of, that's your margin. Like, I think about it like notebook paper. This is what I learned from my mother. This is what I learned from my father. You know what I'm saying? And the people in my life is everything, little lines in between. You know what I'm saying? And through all that around, that's where, in that space in between those lines, those margins, that's where I gotta write my own story. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm living. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm living. So, but I'm gonna stop this right here before it get too long. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for listening to the Trill Pill Podcast. We're on YouTube now. Make sure you go to, you know what I'm saying, all of the different places. If you type me in Google, You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Type me in Google, look at that. We don't have this shit on. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. Follow that shit down there. You know what I'm saying? Facebook and IG. You know, they go to Cash App if you feel like fucking with a nigga, gonna throw a nigga some ducats. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. And I'm gonna close it off, but you know, at this point, you should already know. God bless you. God bless your loved ones. Stay true as heal. You know, and most of all, mind your mental. You know what I'm saying? Mind your mental to be monumental. Mind your mental to be monumental. That's what it's all about over here on the Trill Bill Podcast. I fuck with y'all.